Hello, good morning, and welcome to another edition of Morning is Broken and I Don't Want to Fix It. Wow, life is still really, really rich, and I realized that yesterday when I recorded, I was in a place of just trying to understand, where abundance really is, and what it really means to live from a place of abundance, and what the realities around abundance really are, and and really, I woke up this morning thinking about Loaves and Fishes, the community kitchen, and I feel like there is um, there's something to, in a way, some of the ways that we used to look at service, in a way, drying up, and maybe there's abundance in that. Maybe it's okay for, I don't know, maybe it's okay for food to run out and for people to gather anyway. Maybe a community kitchen can be even more community than kitchen. um maybe maybe I mean, and this, like, I'm not kind of guided by any particular text over any other, and I believe that there's truth in all of them. um maybe the idea of, like, in essence, Jesus turning water into wine. Maybe water was wine to people who lived in abundance and knew that all they had was enough or more than enough, and that maybe that's all what it was supposed to be. Maybe the miracle wasn't external. Maybe the miracle was internal. Maybe we knew back then that water was more than enough to keep us sustainable. And maybe that's what abundance was. So in maybe instead of it having to be an external experience of this outward miracle needing to happen, um, maybe it was really internal. Maybe the idea of water just feeling, making us feel as light and as, I don't know, intoxicated by life. I mean, water is life. Life is water. Let's face it. I mean, one of the most amazing commodities on this planet that we probably still take way too much for granted is water. It's so amazing in its nourishing opportunity, in the fact that it's just always itself in whatever form it shows up. It could be steam, it could be ice, it could just be water. It could be sort of like caught in between those things. Um, and and yet it remains constant. It's just a constant voice or appearance of love and abundance. And and maybe that's even something we might want to question as to whether or not it's really as abundant as we think it might be. I have faith that we'll be able to clean water, you know, at a greater pace when it becomes more important to do so at a greater pace. And that's sort of the second definition of abundance, is just having the faith to know that there will always be more than enough going forward. So I think that's the point of abundance, is living in the moment with heartfulness about the future. So it's not like a you know be believing in abundance isn't about, like, over consuming right now and diminishing our future based on today's consumption. It's a really heartful sense of abundance, which means, you know what, I won't fully feel, and maybe this is what it is, maybe this is where my heart is still kind of in inquiry. Like, I won't fully feel abundance until more people understand abundance, and feel exactly right, exactly where they are. And that's what I know my mission is. It's simple. It's just to help people feel the abundance that's already here. And maybe it sounds simple, and maybe it's one of the biggest challenges I'm gonna take on for the rest of my life. And it's kind of really interesting. Just today, I got an invitation to speak at something called the Sleep Out. And a sleep out is something I used to do all the time. That was like sort of my claim to fame. In fact, when I used to host sleep outs, I used to call them homeless-a-thons. And I took the power away from the homelessness, and I just kind of said, you know what, we're just gonna spend 24 hours of homelessness, and then we're gonna get sponsored, and we're gonna just take the power out of that word, take the charge out of the word, and give it back to the folks who are experiencing it right now. And what I realized I was doing in that is that every year I did a sleep out, I, in essence, recreated scarcity. I walked people through what it was like to live homelessness. And one day I woke up in a pool of tears saying, wow, that's scarcity, and I'm about abundance, and I need to go a different way. So right now I get to tell the people who want me to speak at their sleep out that I will probably still speak there. And in years past I used to sleep there, and that was a great part of it. And maybe we'll try to do something different. Maybe we'll try to do like a sleep in or something along those lines. I don't know. I really don't know. It's just that I no longer feel compelled to just sleep outside for the sake of solidarity. I feel like my mission is to try to find warmer places for people to exist in their own selves, in their own hearts, and also in their lives in general. Like, I feel like there's a lot of warmth that is possible. And I think that warmth that can be created and generated is possible between any two people. All you have to do is honor the divine in anyone and everyone you see. And just know that God didn't make any mistakes in making any single one of us. Whatever book you read, whatever faith you hold, that's really the truth. Like, there are no mistakes. Nothing is left to chance. Nothing is random. And that's the truth that I know, that I believe, and that pops me out of bed every morning, knowing that I get to add that truth to every conversation I have, and just to stay genuine and authentic in it, and just to know that I am one of the non-mistakes on this planet. I am an intentional reality that is manifesting my purpose on a daily basis. And that's really my wish for you all, is that you own your intentionality, like you own the intention that is you on this planet. And with that knowledge, what could you do? What would you do? And gosh darn it, why don't we just do it now?